Hello viewers, today we have a simple task to do. So just look at expressing numbers in a factorial form. So that's what we'll do today. So we have question number 1, which is saying write each of the following in factorial form. So for part 1 we have numbers that are multiplying. So you have 10 times 8 times 6 times 4 times 2. So how do we write these numbers in factorial form? So first, before we answer this one, if you remember, when you're given 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, this can be written as 5v factorial, meaning that that's how we write this number in factorial form. Now, when you look at our question that has been given, if we can check, you can check that we can see that there are some numbers that are missing in between. Okay, so between 10 and 8, you can see there's a 9 that is missing. Then between 8 and 6, you have a 7 missing. Between 6 and 4, we have a 5 missing. Then between 4 and 2, we have a 5. We have a 3 that is missing. So therefore, we can try to find to see if we have the common difference. So the common difference will be found by saying, yes, 8 minus 10, it will be negative 2. Then 6 minus 8, that's negative 2. Then 4 minus 6, negative 2. So throughout, the common difference is a negative 2. So anyways, we ignore the negative and factor out a 2 because 2 is common there. So meaning that we have a 5 here times 4 times a 3 times what? A 2 times a 1. That's what we do. So now 2 in factorial form, it will be 2 factorial. Then 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, this can be written as 5 factorial. So that's how you answer that one. Then moving to part 2, we have 4 with a dot. So the dot means multiplication. So 4, that is times 6 times 8 times 10, then times 12. So those dots, they are just representing a multiplication. So this is 4 times 6 times 8 times 10 times 12 there. So from here, what we're going to do next is we'll do the same. The common difference, it will be 6 minus 4, which is a 2. 8 minus 6, a 2. So throughout, we have a 2 as the common difference. So therefore, factor out a 2. Then we say 2 into 4, we have a 2. Then 2 into 6, we have a 3. 2 into 8, we have a 4. 2 into 10, we have a 5. Then 2 into 12, we have a 6. So these numbers, they can also be written as 2 open. You can start with a 6, then times 5, times 4, times 3, times what? A 2. I'm sure you can see that now this will be 2 factorial, 6 factorial. So that's how we write that number in a factorial form there. Then now moving to our part 3. So part 3 is saying that we have numbers, that is 10 times 9 times 8 times a 7. So how do we write these numbers in factorial form? So for this, you check for the common difference, and you can see that when you say 10 minus 9, it will give us a 1. Then 9 minus 8, 1. 8 minus 7, it is still what? It is still a 1 there. Okay, so what it is we are going to start with a bigger number, which is 10 factorial. Then we are going to divide this by the last number, which is a 7. So say 7 minus 1, we have a 6 factorial. So meaning that we've written that one in factorial form. Then for part 4, we have 100 times 99. So to write this in factorial form, our bigger number is 100. So say 100 factorial over 99 minus 1. This will give us 98 factorial there. So that one becomes the answer. Then for part 5, what we have is 14 times 13. that is over 3 times 2 times c, a 1 there. So for us to write this number in a factorial form, we'll start with whatever we have on top, so that can be written as 14 times 13. Then we'll say times 1 over whatever we have down. So we're trying to split. So it will be 3 times what? 2 times c, a 1. So now we have 14 times 13, which can be written as 14 factorial over, then you say 13 minus 1, that's what? A 12 factorial. Then we say times, we have 1 over 3 times 2 times 1, that's a 3 factorial. So now this will give us 14 factorial over 12 factorial. Then we have what? 3 factorial. So that's what we have there. So that's how you can write that number in factorial form.